you always have to remember where you're coming from, even if you don't know where you're going to. The jokes that I have written this year, that I'm performing this year, that I have not even said, are blowing my mind. You know, when your own jokes blow your mind. And there are many times that I feel like, you know, I've not done enough. And God just find a way to bring back some old classic. And I just wish that our mom was alive to see, you know, to see us do the things that we do best. Because my mom never saw me perform. People will just always come to our house and tell my mom, mommy, she'll be like, yala yayin lo yawiri, mommy yawiri, because you never know how to compliment somebody with insult. Like Buhari will say, you are not you to run. Whatever you do it very well. And like our current president will say, no matter how strong you are, no matter how short you are, you too can see the sky.
I'll join the choir. Because our choir for our church, people like 102. Waiting with the sing, we don't know. No be mass choir, not the masses choir. We plenty where pastor say join the choir. There's a sister that likes you in front. Indirectly, you sing a worship song, she will reply to you indirectly. I said so. I did back, my friends are really. I see what they do. They get the front. Now, me at the back, I want to tell the girl how I feel. I can't use worship song. Tell them, I say you are the love of my life.
Yo, what's up, people? This is your boy Kenny Blaq, Africa's finest music comedian, and here's my exclusive interview on Hip TV.
We're gonna go tell Sheyi Vibes. You go first. Let me join you. They'll call name and they say, first of all, we have to change the name of this school. They say to what? To Sheyi Shali Nozia Primary School. And we'll recite our poetry this way. You'll come be like, IB, let's go. Oluwa lo Sheyi.
They call me Shali for me.
Put up a go. Say. Oluwa lo Sheyi. Sheyi Shali. Sheyi Vibes. Twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are.
I think it was the time that I went on stage and, you know, I had only like a minute or less than a minute to perform. And I felt like instead of just cracking the jokes, let me just sing it. And it just happened. And people were like, oh, this is unique, this is amazing. And it saved me the stress of, you know, cracking joke and singing later. And I realized that I could marry both together, music, comedy, music. And that was it for me. That was the moment I said to myself that this is it. Because people were like, I cannot remember all the comedians that performed at that show, but I remember the guy that sang. They made me believe that I could do it. They made me believe that there's something unique about it. They made me believe that there was something different about just going on stage and saying you get one guy. There was something unique about what I did. So I think I would say that the audience discovered it and felt like, oh man, you should keep it up. And today we are here. I don't know who posted that or who said that I left school in SS3. People will just come together and say things that they don't know. So today I'm here to clear the air that whatever you heard about me leaving school in SS3 is the truth. I actually left. Yes, because you know that time in secondary school when they would tell you to pay second term and third term school fees together, so that I don't know why they let you do that. They pay second term and third term because they know that you will not do third term, because you know after first term and second term there's no third term to write because you're writing WAEC, so they will know that you will not do that third term, but they want you to pay it. But then things were not really as good as it used to be for family, so I left the school I attended to a tutorial to write WAEC. So when I got to that school, instead of me, now, Kenny Blaq now, face your book, I found myself bringing people together to be joining choir, going to different tutorials to minister. And from there, after writing WAEC, I just didn't want to sit down at home and wait for what next. Then I decided to furthermore with FRCN, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, where I studied basic presentation. I was going to study journalism after that. I just, the Kenny Blaq brand blew up, and I started learning of online, watching, YouTube and just learning how to speak well, how to do the right pronunciation, choice of words at events as a professional MC. And I also got to learn from the likes of Ali Baba, AY. I got access to people I used to watch on TV, which I did not take for granted. T.A., Benga Adeyinka the First, Kofi, Ayenana. And it shaped my life. He helped me get better. And I feel like the challenges that I faced earlier helped me become the better person that I am today. Because I don't stay in Ibadan, but the challenge that I face, only Agbaragon. And I can say that those things made me who I am. Because in life, if you don't fail, you will not succeed. School is not a scam. It depends on why you are going to school. A lot of people are going to school to just get certificate. Some are going to school to say, I went to school. But how many people are actually getting the academic? How many people are actually learning? I do not think school is a scam. A lot of people believe that if you don't go to university, you are failed in life. Come on, there are places that you can go and actually learn what you want to do. There's school of music, there's school of art, there's school of fashion, there's school of theater. Who says that if you don't get a certificate from a university, you cannot get a certificate from a school of music? That helps you train better in what you want to do. So school is not a scam. In every day we learn. We learn every day. If you don't learn in school, you will learn outside. Okay. I think that you guys really took your time to dig into my past. I just hope that you guys will not ask why I'm still black. But we'll come back to that. I started comedy at 16. I was paid 500 naira. I will never forget one event that I went to. I was paid 300 naira. And I was supposed to be paid 200 naira balance. And the mistake I made at the event was that I ate. It's rice. The chicken said no ever have bone. Now it is bone. I went to meet the woman that, what of my balance? She said she be a shop. So I think that explains why I don't really eat at events these days, so that it will not affect my balance. And from then I started receiving 1,000 naira. From 1,000 became 5,000. From 5,000 became, we are here today. And I would say that I have paid my dues because there's no comedy show that I have not been to in Nigeria. In fact, in Africa, I received the award for best comedian, even down to Europe, down to Germany, United States, and Canada. And I would say that I've paid my dues. I've been to almost everybody's comedy show in Nigeria, from the young to the old to the legend. I've been there. I've supported everybody, and they've also supported me. I've been part of everything. I think I've done practically everything. Yes, if I have outgrown the stage that I am now, I think so, because I feel like there's more to music comedy and it's not being appreciated more here in Nigeria. It's not easy to have a musician and a comedian in one body. And considering the quality of the production that I do in my shows, if you've seen the oxymoron of Kenny Blaq, if you've seen my comedy specials, there is no year that Kenny Blaq do not come in the radar. So I've been consistent from 2016 till date. And I feel like, I deserve more accolades, but
I wanna die lying in your arms. I wanna be there for you, sharing in everything you do. If you be the girl, you won't come back. Nigerian boy, artist, they miss in girlfriend. Lie down on top bed. When she get her boxers, they shout, Kokoro ife mi ni bolowa o, ara mi wa lọ́nà. You should be castrated. On their wedding anniversary for abroad, you go see foreign artists. As the wife don't go work, come back. You just see the wife will just open the door, see the husband with rose flower on top everywhere, with candle. The husband will come say the girl, I wanna know what turns you on. Sweet. How will you feel if you open your door as a wife, you see your husband wear complete clothes, stand for that, they shout, why, ma? I'm ready for the night too. I'm ready for the night too. Smoking, I go legalize you. You are a fool.
In this part of the world, comedy works well with consistency. Comedy works well with current affairs. People like jokes that they can relate with. People like when you tell a joke and they can be like, oh, and that's true. People like jokes when they can be like, oh, yes, how did he do that? So what works for me basically is, in my storytelling, in my punchline, in my wordplay, I try as much as possible to infuse whatever that is trending in my music comedy. And it has helped me, syncing everything together. To be honest, I watch my jokes sometimes and I wonder how I do these things. Till today, I still don't know how I was able to manage Lege, DJ Chicken, Portable, Oba Solomon in one script. When I was writing the script, all I knew in my head that I wanted to create chaos, and I saw more chaos than I expected. So sometimes I don't even know how I put these things together, but I know that it is only the grace of God. And when you cannot explain some things, it shows that you are doing the right thing. You know, when they break your heart, you cannot explain that. These lucky girls are annoying. But all I know is that it is always the grace of God. I don't even know how I sing them, but I know that it is the definition of hard work, sleepless nights, research. And shout out to my producers who bring the music in my comedy. It's God's grace.
I like one. I'm me new. It's not me. Me tomorrow for 40 years by you. Boy, my daughter.
No problem about that. I want to ask you some questions before I can marry your daughter, man. Are you ready to answer the question?
Are you an Americaner?
Are you talking to you like that?
Okay, do your job and stop ranting.
You know, on my platform. Okay, no problem. What do you want?
I'm looking for love.
Okay.
And I love Kenny Blaq.
Love what?
Kenny Blaq.
Sinky! What are you doing? Sinky! What? Say that to fair. Sinky!
Calm down. There you go. I don't buy a house. You don't buy a house. Well, I'm on. Say you can with it. Yeah.
Well, I think we are beginning to dive into music comedy masterclass. You guys are supposed to pay for that, but no, we'll collect it. Sometimes it is, I try as much as possible to do something different. I feel like it will get to a point where even the headies will nominate us for best music comedy because it is music performed in an hilarious way. It is still music, and what music comedy allows me to do is allow me to express myself. Music comedy is the only genre of music that doesn't have a genre because you can decide. At my last show I did Fuji rock. I did rock song in Fuji. I'm about to do in my show this year Makosa High Life. I'm about to also do High Life R&B Afro Juju. So it is, I like to marry different genres together, and to be honest, like I said before, it can only take the grace of God. I don't even know where the inspiration comes from. Tomorrow I might decide to do Afrobeat Apala. I did a Wizkid and Davido Afrobeat and I did not lose the value. That's what music comedy is. Give them what they want, but make it unique in your own special way. Today I have people walk up to me and be like, Kenny Blaq, I don't even know the original version of the song anymore because of the way you have performed it, because of the way you've delivered it. I think I prefer your version better. And that's music comedy for you. The impossibility is nothing. Man, it felt good, when the world shut down in 2020, I didn't know what to do. I did an event on Zoom. After 30 minutes, I realized that I did not on my mic. It was not a good thing to do. I didn't know what to do at that point. I didn't know that all I could hear when we were done, the next thing I heard was, so when are you ready to perform? I'm like, what did I do before now? They say your mic was not on. Were you saying, Mr. Kenny Blaq, are you there? Mr. Kenny Blaq, are you there? Not knowing that my network was off. I cracked you for myself, only me laugh. It was painful, and I felt like, what else can I do? I cannot just sit down at home and, everybody, so a lot of people are beginning to do podcasts. We had too many podcasts. People started doing Instagram Live. I didn't feel that. I wanted to see my audience. So I started watching comedy specials more on Netflix, and I felt like I could do this. So I gave my first attempt to a comedy special. We had people, like 50 people sit down in social distance, sit down in a warehouse. We had production, people with face masks. It was hard performing to people behind the mask. You don't know what their expression are, but you're hearing you're hearing their laughs. And we sent it to Netflix like, okay, we have a test shoot. Do you guys want to come back and shoot this, or you want us to come and shoot this? And because of the quality of my production, I always like my production to always be top notch. They said this is a quality production. This is not the test shoot. Let's give this a trial. and it was licensed on Netflix as the first Nigerian-based comedian to have a Netflix special. In fact, first West African comedian to have a Netflix special. It was licensed all over Africa, Canada, and the UK. And to God be the glory, we are still enjoying that relationship and that partnership. You never can tell what's coming next. I think my show at the O2, I can't remember, I think it was in 2018. I was going to do a show in London, and Smade, shout out to Smade, he reached out to me and he was like, bro, we need to do your show. I said, yes, but I can't wait, man. And he said, where would you like to do your show? I said the O2, because I was in the O2 in 2017. I was at the O2, so I was at an hotel called Intercontinental. So my room, when you open the window, you will see the O2. And I just said to God that this will be the first place, this will be the place I will do my first show. And that was all I said to God. And 2018, it happened. And I think what made that show unique will be because of, they've seen so many comedy shows at the O2, but they had not seen a music comedian like that at the O2. As at when I did my show, I was the youngest African to sell at the O2. I was the youngest African to sell out the O2. In the whole of Africa, I was the youngest. And so I think that made it unique. Like, who is this boy that shut down the O2? Who is this small boy that made everybody not want to go home? Till we cracked the jokes to the point where the security guys started saying, move it, move it, move it. It was an amazing experience, and to the glory of God, I'm back at the O2 next year for my show, and I can't wait to have a good time with you all. Kudos to my parents who brought me up in a way where you always have to remember where you're coming from, even if you don't know where you're going to. So I think it'll be that, growing up, I never drank, I never smoked, I never follow women, they follow me. We'll talk about that later. So so it helped me going from my family, the place that I came out from. I'm from a family of music and a very disciplined family. And so maybe it's because I have not, till today, I don't really see myself as a celebrity. I live my life as a normal person. I believe that celebrity is like mobile data cap. It's when it gets to a point, it becomes slow and the data finishes. Or if you're lucky enough, it keeps going. And it's like this network is the one that is going right now. Before you know it, they will introduce another network, people will move. I feel like that's how celebrity life is. That's how it's wired. So I've lived my life as a normal person. I think it has helped me become a better person and not be moved by a lot of things, not be distracted by the things happening around me. So yes, kudos to my parents, kudos to the people around me, kudos to my friends who have not changed. I think that's basically it. Yeah, somebody sent me a mail one time. It was Blaq, it was Blaq, and that was the only Blaq mail that I got from somebody. Yeah, some of my jokes are based on true life story, but people don't know. A lot of my friends, I try to pick up materials from things that happen around us, and I try as much as possible to make sure that my jokes are very, very relatable. At the same time, not offending. You don't hear me pick on somebody on stage or say something that might offend someone. It might offend someone. Comedy is free, but I try as much as possible to not be insensitive. So I just pick my jokes from a lot of things that happen around me. Yes, I create my jokes in flights after I don't blow, because I was not entering flights when I was, those times it was in the toilet, it was in the restroom. Can spend hours there because of the echo. You can know what I'm saying. Then on a long flight, when you know that you're on a 12 hours flight to maybe America, or you have stopovers in some places and you don't have anything to do, I have my headphones on, listen to music and inspire. There was one time I was on a flight. I did a joke about the airport one time, about how you travel abroad and the way they announce the flight and the way we announce our flights here, jokes, like pick jokes from that. And, I did a joke about Portable. I did a full set about Portable. And it was because of the relationship that I met with him. I saw the way he lived, I saw the way he spoke to people, and I was able to incorporate that into my comedy. What else? You know, this year at my show, I'm talking about a friend of mine who dated like 3 girls. From 1, 2, 3 girls, and now he's still single, and he's asking who will be his next boo. So who is be his next? So I pick jokes from a lot of things happening around me, and like you are now, you are on glasses, red glasses, and I've given you these glasses, but I don't throw shades, so everything can. I've always been a church boy. Like I tell people, I am in the world, but not of the world. I try as much as possible to let people know that it can always be God, because till today, I still cannot explain my fame. I cannot explain my consistency. I cannot explain how I have maintained to be the best music comedian since 2016 till now. I still cannot explain it. I still cannot explain how I put these jokes together. The jokes that I have written this year, that I'm performing this year, that I have not even said, are blowing my mind. You know, when your own jokes blow your mind. And there are many times that I feel like, you know, I've not done enough. And God just find a way to bring back some old classic. Till today, you can just take TikTok and you see people vibing to bang, bang, bang. It's a Kenny Blaq, oh, if you believe. And I see that video coming back. There was a time, okay, I just got back from the US, and I saw one woman came to me and was like, do you know that my child is your fan? I said, how old is your child? She said, 10 years old. I said, thank you so much. And she said, no, she would like to speak to you. And I spoke to that woman, that child, and the first thing that came out of that child's mouth was, Uncle Kenny Blaq, the thing goes kura, pa 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 pa, skibidi papa, and the do kudu. That joke blew me internationally. BBC played the joke back to back. I was like, how can this child remember this joke from many years ago? So it has always been God. I started going to praise night. If you have your name, if you want to perform or minister, write your name with Sister Blessing at the back. That was how I was given the platform. That was how I started. That's how you see me at the Experience, Koza, House on the Road, because I have a lot of pastors as friends. So it has always been God, and it will always be God, to the point that people started calling me God's Grace Ambassador. I did not start calling myself God's Grace Ambassador. Somebody started calling me God's Grace Ambassador, and I took it, because you cannot explain my fame. You cannot say that this person blew Kenny Blaq. I'm one of the few comedians who has worked with every comedian. Even when the Basket and AY had their issue then, I was working with both of them. So it's not everybody that can do that. And it can always be God. I tried to run away from we did a family gathering. I did not attend, because to avoid this, when are you going to get married question, because my twin sister just got married and I'm the last born in the family. So everybody in the family now, they are married except me. So I think I'm beginning to really follow my father's name, Otoloni, because I'm the one that is different from all of them. Then I think for me it is waiting for the right. I'm not looking for love again. I don't try, may love find me. And my Wi-Fi is switched off, my hotspot is on. You understand? So I'm looking, that love find me to me, say, I don't try. Because these orchid girls, God will judge them. God will judge them. Especially after that Chevron, let's just leave that. Let's just give God praise. Understand? So, but I'm able to balance. I love my sister, my twin sister, so much. And, you know, she's the opposite of me. She's a calm person. Until recently when she opened her TikTok, and I saw that she's crazier than me. That girl is not normal. That girl is, you are crazy. And I just wish that our mom was alive to see us do the things that we do best. Because my mom never saw me perform. People will just always come to our house and tell my mom, mommy, she'll be like, because you never know how to compliment somebody with insult. So one day I was able to tell a church to give him a performance. So I played it for my mom. She looked at me like, weary. I said, well, that's Kuku. So yeah, Kuku the one that born the weary. And my mom is also a music lover. So she always sings. She likes to sing. So I will say that I got my music side from my mom. May I so rest in peace, man. Yeah, I'm officially single. I'm dropping a single in a few days. yeah, as an artist. Yeah, I'm dropping a single. I'm officially single. If you are single, you will never see me at any Pop the Balloon. You never see me at any podcast. I will never cry. So please come and look for me. I'm not looking for you again. Money. Look at me now. Such a beaut. Sorry, such a cute. This is a tough one because I like intimate sessions sometimes. Live band groove. Impromptu. Main performance. Share my story on stage. We can break into another Netflix star and you shoot it at a code there. Deep dive storytelling. Recording thousands for sales online. Freestyling on the spot. Building a comedy school. I feel like I will change people's life with changing comedy. I hope that people will know that you are not too young to start. You are not too young to do whatever you want to do. I sold out the old Indigo to I can't remember how old I was, but it was in 2018. I started comedy at 16, and look at me today. I'm one of the sought after comedians. You are not too young to run. Like Buhari will say, you are not too young to run. Whatever you do it very well. And like our current president will say, no matter how strong you are, no matter how short you are, you too can see the sky. Because of you, I did not give up. You changed my life, you changed the game, and you've inspired your generation. Yeah, what's up, people? This is your boy, Kenny Blaq. Follow me on all social media, Kenny Blaq MCFR _ on Instagram, Kenny Blaq _ MCFR on TikTok, Kenny Blaq MCFR on Twitter, and Kenny Blaq MCFR on all social media accounts. And if you want to follow me to my house, I stay somewhere in Nigeria, follow me to that place. Let's have a good time. And that was my exclusive interview on Hip TV. Thank you for always having me. I have added with more than the last time I came. I know. Let's leave that for another day.
Blaq in 3, 2, 1, and action.
Song is still playing here.
No.
It's playing.
Oh yeah, song is playing. Mr. Bunga. Okay. So the intro is going to be your name, and this is the exclusive interview with Hip TV.
Okay.
Alright, so in 3, 2, 1, and action.
Someday, when I, Kenny Blaq, leave the stage, I hope people will whisper.
And cut. It was nice speaking to you. Well done.
Okay.